Okay, so this is not going to be a book recommendation, or really a weekly update. This is just going to be my rant about how displeased I am that Peter Pan died in Once Upon a Time. And I hope nobody who hasn't seen the new episode of Once Upon a Time is watching this, because I just totally spoiled it for you. But guess what? Too bad. Peter Pan should not have died. He was glorious. I loved him. He was so hot and so funny, and he was such a great villain, and his accent was amazing, and his eyebrows, like, drove me insane, because they were always moving when he talked. It was, like, driving me crazy. No, every time I rewatch all the episodes of him, I'm, like, staring in his face and telling him to stop moving his eyebrows, because it drives me crazy, because they're always like, meh, meh, meh. And oh my god, I should not be smiling, but yeah. Peter Pan was the greatest villain ever. My friend Riel says that Loki from Thor was the best villain ever, and as great as he is, no. Peter Pan was the greatest villain ever, because he wasn't supposed to be a villain, but since he was, and he was awesome, he's the best villain ever, and I love him, and I'm so mad that he died. I started crying when I saw him die. And then when Rumpel died too, and then Belle started crying after they both, like, vanished, I was like, shut up, Belle, I have more reason to cry than you do. Yeah, I have more reason to cry than she does, because Peter Pan was my love. I think I love him even more than I loved Itachi, because at least he's, like, he's, like, his appearance is a real person, not a cartoon. I still love Itachi, though. I shall hug my Itachi plushie because I still love it. And I'm still gonna get a shirt with Itachi on it once I print a picture of him and get my friend Amanda to put him to, like, use those iron transfer sheets and make my t-shirt. And then I will get a prepaid MasterCard and get myself a Peter Pan shirt online, because I want that, because Peter Pan is freaking glorious and I love him. And I'm so mad that he died, and I could literally rant on about this for hours, because he's so awesome, and he shouldn't have died. He was so funny, he was so hot, he was so epic, he was the greatest villain ever, he should not have died. Like, I would have been okay if just Rumpelstiltskin had died, and Pan had lived, but no, they both had to die, and I loved them both. I am so not okay with this. Which is why, when the new episodes come back on March 9th, if Pan doesn't come back, I'm not watching anymore, because it's not worth it anymore, especially since the next villain is apparently going to be, like, the Wicked Witch of the West or something, which is stupid, because she cannot compare to Peter Pan. Peter Pan was so freaking glorious. And if I get this to work on Windows Movie Maker, I'm totally gonna put, like, a picture of Peter Pan right at the end of this video, because he was so hot. He was kind of creepy, though, and I find it really funny how they phrase some of his scripts, some of his lines, because they made it sound like he was such a rapist. It was so creepy. Like in episode 306, when he's talking about Belle to Rumpelstiltskin, he's like, she looks fertile. And then at the end of the very first episode, when he, like, says, let's play, and he and his lost boys are, like, all surrounding Henry, totally makes me think of gang rape. I have such a wrong mind. That's what it makes me think of. And I still love Peter Pan, though. And he and Henry, or Felix, or Pan, Pan himself? No. Self-cessed? No. Him and Henry, or him and Felix, or him and Hook, either are or were a couple, because they so act like it. And also in episode 307, when Henry's like, you're lying to me, you're keeping secrets from me, and I'm gonna find out what they are, something to that effect, it totally makes me think of them being a couple and Henry being, like, the accusatory wife or something. Yeah. So to console myself from his death, ever since Sunday, I have been watching non-stop crazy. Well, rewatching. Watching and rewatching. episodes of Once Upon a Time Season 3, and random Peter Pan and Hook and other such things, YouTube videos, and reading Peter Pan stories on fanfiction, and I've started writing a Peter Pan fanfiction actually called Return. It only has one chapter up right now, but apparently so far it's pretty popular, so I'm going to be continuing that in my lovely green journal. Yeah. And I'm blocking my face because my face is ugly today. Yeah, that was my rant. I could probably go on for hours, but I don't think you want to watch me for hours, so yeah. Bye.